one more question.
Go ahead.
Yes. I ordered kombucha tea, kombucha mushroom tea
Yes.
for my son for his asthma. But my son he decided that he no longer wanted it. So what could I do with it?
Drink it.
I mean, what else is it for? Can I use it for?
Okay. Kombucha mushroom. Let's go take a look at kombucha mushroom.
Okay.
Kombucha. Did I find it?
Now I'm
Uh,
going along with you. Where would I look?
okay. Well, you're going to look at. I'm at H. I'm going to bring it over here and put it on the screen. First, I'm going to put this. I'm going to leave this right here
Oh,
for them.
you
Yeah,
put it
I
on the
could,
screen. Okay.
you can't see what I'm looking at the moment. But next, within 4 or 5 days, you can go to herbalhealthreview.com and you can click on Discoveries in Health and you can look at the video that I'm making with the screen capture where I'm looking at https colon front slash www.google.com/search question Q equal kombucha plus benefits and IE equals UTF dash 8 at OE equals UTF dash 8. That's just too much, isn't it? I know it
Yes,
is.
it
It is too
is.
much.
what's the
That's
what's the number?
what's the
What's the
number?
product number?
Oh, the product number but it's not going to tell you any information about it because when you go and look at the products, the FDA does not want you to know what they're for.
Okay.
A matter of fact, they will close people down because they say if you say an apple is good for somebody's stomach, then you're selling apples. The FDA is such an insidious, evil group of people. They say that they consider that apple to be a drug because you said it was good for somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
They're evil. They're evil as hell. Anyway, kombucha. I'm looking at the report, and what it's telling us here is the 7 reasons why to drink kombucha. It's known as the immortal health elixir by the Chinese and originating in the Far East around 2,000 years ago. Kombucha is a beverage with tremendous health benefits. Kombucha is a fermented beverage of black tea and sugar, and it has a lot of real good reasons why you should take it. It contains a colony of bacteria and yeast that are responsible for initiating the fermentation process once combined with sugar. And after being fermented, kombucha becomes carbonated and contains vinegar, B vitamins, enzymes, probiotics, and a high concentration of acid, acetic, gluconic, and lactic acids, which are tied with the following effects. It improves digestion. It causes weight loss. It increases energy. It's cleansing and detoxifying. It increases the immune system. It reduces joint pain. And it has cancer prevention qualities to it as well. The sugar tea solution is fermented by bacteria and yeast, commonly known as SCOBY, SCOBY. That's symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. And although it's usually made with black tea, kombucha can be made with green tea also. And you can make kombucha yourself at home, and you buy, or you can buy it for around $3 to $5 a bottle in most health food stores. You can get it from, let's see if you can get it from a Better Health Herbs. Let's go find out. Let's click on kombucha. Let's see if we can.
That's exactly where I got it from. I got it from you.
There you go. Okay, then you can get it from Better Health Herbs, and that's all the good things that it will do. Now,
Okay.
the beneficial probiotics in the kombucha are uh, gluconeositobacter, 85% in most samples, acetobacter probiotic, about 2%, lactobacillus acidophilus, up to 30%, and zygosaccharomyces, about 95%. Ultimately, this cocktail of good bacteria interact together in a unique way to produce some unbelievable health benefits for those who drink it. That's why it's endured. It fights cancer with glucaric acid. It helps the digestive system with the probiotics. It strengthens the immune system with antioxidants. It causes weight loss with the acetic acid and polyphenols. It boosts energy with enzymes and B vitamins. It detoxifies the body with gluconic acid and probiotics. It eases joint pain and helps prevent arthritis with the glucosamines that are in it. So in research published in the Journal of the Medicinal Food 2014, researchers from the University of Latvia say that following about the health benefits of kombucha, it is shown that kombucha can efficiently act in a health preservation and recovery due to four main properties: detoxification, antioxidation, energizing potencies, and promotion of boosting immunity. So we all agree, in fact, according to research, there are 5 main health benefits. Detoxification. Let me get a sip of juice here. Wow, needed that. So, detoxification. The capacity of kombucha is immense in detoxification. It's a perfect example is in its ability to counteract liver cell toxicity. So anyone with liver problems or want a healthier liver, they want to know about not only kombucha mushroom, but they want to know about milk thistle seed powder or milk thistle seed extract. Between those two, you can get a brand new liver within 120 days by 60%. Every 120 days, 60% new liver cells just with the milk thistle seed powder or milk thistle seed extract. Milk thistle seed extract at about 30 to 60 drops twice a day. The powder, 1 teaspoon twice a day, 60% new liver cells with milk thistle seed powder or extract. Then when you're using kombucha, wow, talk about people with hepatitis and so forth. It's something that they want to know about because in one study, the liver cell toxicity, the liver cells were protected from oxidative injury and actually maintained their normal physiology. in spite of being exposed to a toxin. And according to researchers, the normal physiology, in spite of being exposed to a toxin, according to the research, this was probably due to its antioxidant activity and could be beneficial against liver diseases, where oxidative tissue is known to play a crucial role. So, big time help in with kombucha mushrooms in detoxification. Now, digestion. Digestion is another big thing that kombucha does. Naturally, the antioxidant prowess of this ancient tea counteracts free radicals that create mayhem in the digestive system. However, the greatest reason kombucha supports digestion is because of its high levels of beneficial acids and probiotics and enzymes. Now, some research has shown kombucha's ability to prevent and heal leaky gut and stomach ulcers. No surprise to us, in some instances, it's even proven to be as effective as drugs like Prilosec, which are commonly prescribed for heartburn and gastric acid reflux and ulcers. Kombucha can also help heal when there's candida yeast from overpopulating with the bad bacteria within the gut, because it helps to restore balance to the digestive system. Kombucha is a great way to fight candida because it contains live probiotic cultures, that helped the gut to repopulate with good bacteria, while crowding out the candida yeast, the bad bacteria. Kombucha does have bacteria, but these are not harmful pathogen bacteria. Instead, they are the beneficial kind called apathogens that compete with the bad pathogen bacteria in the gut and digestive tract. One thing to mention here is that the candida or other digestive problems can sometimes be complicated issues to fix, and sometimes might actually get worse before getting better. This doesn't mean that the kombucha isn't effective or exacerbating the problem, just that the gut problems aren't always a straight path to healing, and at times some patience or trial and error is needed. So it's not it's going to be great, but in a lot of cases that's going to be just exactly what you needed. But in some cases, you're going to need more. You're going to need other answers, more ideas. Maybe some of that number 4675 acidophilus that has 5 billion cultures per gram, the one that I use, number 4675 over there on betterhealthherbs.com. And as far as kombucha and energy, kombucha's ability to invigorate people is credited to the formation of iron that is released from the black tea during the fermentation process, which also contains some caffeine, although in small amounts, and B vitamins, which can energize the body. So you get a little bit of iron here. You're getting these B vitamins. So you're getting energy. And through a special process known as chelation, the iron released helps boost blood hemoglobin and improving the oxygen supply to tissues and stimulating the energy producing process at the cellular level. In other words, by helping the body create more energy, ATP. The ancient tea kombucha can help those who regularly drink it and stay energized. So it's something you can drink all the time. and the overall effect that kombucha has to modulate the immune system is best seen in its ability to control free radicals through antioxidant measures, clinically proven to decrease oxidative stress and related immunosuppression. Kombucha mushroom is a powerful antioxidant known as D-saccharic acid, dash 4,4 dash lactone DSL, that's a DSL, was discovered during the kombucha fermentation process that is not found in black tea alone. And so that's how it's working with the immune health. Now, joint care, as far as joint care is concerned, kombucha can help heal and repair and prevent joint damage in a number of ways. Kombucha is loaded with glucosamines, which increase the synovial hyaluronic acid production. This supports the preservation of collagen and prevents arthritic pain. In the same way that it supports joint collagen, it also supports collagen of the entire body and reduces the appearance of wrinkles on the skin. So there you go. Joint care, collagen, arthritic pain, and goodbye wrinkles. Wow. And then we're almost done with it. Cancer prevention. As far as cancer prevention, kombucha is also beneficial for cancer prevention and recovery. A study published in Cancer Letters found that consuming glucaric acid found in kombucha reduced the risk of cancer in humans. President Reagan even reportedly drank kombucha daily as part of his regimen to battle stomach cancer. Now, weight loss. The data from a study in 2005 showed evidence that kombucha improves metabolism and limits fat accumulation. Though we need to see some more studies before we can confirm these results, it makes sense. It makes sense that the kombucha supports weight loss since it's high in acetic acid, just like apple cider vinegar, and the polyphenols, which are proven to help increase weight loss. So how do you make it? How do you make your own? I started making some kombucha mushrooms about 30, 40 years ago. And I started making them. I have mushrooms all over the house because once you make one, then it's like rabbits. They just start reproducing. And you got these, I got jars of mushrooms all over the house and I was giving it away to everybody. I couldn't give them away fast enough. I couldn't make them fast. Anyway, kombucha is simple to make. All by yourself, because it can be a bit costly to buy bottled kombucha almost every day. So we want to help you make it. And so here's how you do it. You take a simple recipe for kombucha at home. This recipe makes about 8 cups of kombucha, but you can also double the recipe to make more if you want to, and still only need one, and still only one SCOBY disc. It's a disc. It's not even a mushroom. They call it a mushroom, but it's not really a mushroom at all. But it resembles a mushroom. Okay, so here we go. We get this is you need 1 large glass and a metal jar or a bowl that is a wide opening. You want to avoid using a plastic jar or plastic bowl because the chemicals in the plastic can leach into the kombucha during the fermentation period. It's also possible that ceramic pots might cause lead to leach into the kombucha once the acid comes into contact with the ceramic glaze. So you don't want to do that. So look for a big metal or glass jug, jar, bowl, and that's what you want. And if you can't find one, ask the folks over there at Better Health Herbs. Maybe they can send you one. That okay, so now we have a big metal or glass jug, jar, bowl, and we like the and make sure the opening is wide. A wide mouth one would be good, enough to allow a lot of oxygen to reach the kombucha while it ferments. Then you put one large piece of cloth or dish towel to secure around the opening of the jar with a rubber band. It's not recommended to use cheesecloth since this allows particles to pass through. Okay, so you can even try using an old thin cotton t-shirt or some simple cotton fabric from a textile store. Okay, now you've covered the top of it, and you got a rubber band around it. And then you put and you got one SCOBY mushroom disc that's in there, and you will need to purchase one of those SCOBY discs. You call up betterhealthherbs.com and you call them up on the phone 541-791-8400 because it's your source. And you'll say, where can I get one of those discs? And they say, okay, we'll send you one. And then you've got a SCOBY disc, and it can and it'll be vacuum sealed in a small pouch and shipped directly to your house for whatever. And it's not going to be real expensive. I don't know what they cost, but you can ask them. Now, and it's floating in some of that juice. So you've got the SCOBY disc, and it's in some of the juice, and it's in a plastic bag, and you've received it, and now you take 8 cups and you put that in the jar, and you got 8 cups of water, preferably filtered, but people who use tap water feel this works fine as well. It's dead water, but it does work. Now, some prefer using distilled water, which will contain less contaminants or metals than tap water. That's a pretty good idea. Distilled water is inexpensively, like 88 cents a gallon, and then you can always mineralize distilled water because you don't want to drink distilled water ever. You want to mineralize it with a little bit of Himalayan a little Himalayan salt. That pink salt. It's pink because it's loaded with so much minerals. It's totally loaded with minerals. So the Himalayan, you can get that at betterhealthherbs.com as well. 541-791-8400. So ask them for some of that inexpensive Himalayan pink salt, and that'll mineralize it if you use distilled water. It's a little tiny bit, less than a pinch, about half a pinch, and okay, now we've got half a cup of organic cane sugar or raw honey. When it comes to sugar substitution, some feel that it's not a good idea to substitute cane sugar for another kind of sugar, honey, stevia, or anything else. On the other hand, some people have reported making kombucha successfully with raw honey, and the quality of the sugar is important in order to avoid contaminants. And so look for organic sugar, and yes, this is one of the few times we'll tell you to use real organic sugar with all the minerals in it. And most of it is actually eaten. Most of that sugar, well, it's actually eaten by the yeast during the fermentation process. So there's very little sugar actually left in the recipe by the time you consume it. Now, whoa, what happened here? I lost this guy out here. Oh, let me get back over here. Come on. So now you're going to put in 4 black. You're going to get 4. You're going to get 4 black tea bags, preferably organic, which some people have reported works better. And some people also like to use green tea, although black tea is the kind used traditionally for the last thousands of years. And 1 cup of pre-made kombucha tea, which you have saved, maybe it came in that little plastic bag with your SCOBY. So you've got a cup of that pre-made kombucha, which you can either buy or use from a previous kombucha batch, and you have. And finally, we're coming down to the last here. Directions: you bring your water to a boil in a big pot or a stovetop. Once boiling, remove from the heat and add your tea bags and sugar, stirring it until the sugar dissolves. Allow the pot to sit and the tea to steep for about 15 minutes. Then remove and discard the tea bags. Let the mixture cool down to room temperature, which usually takes about 1 hour. Once it's cooled, add your tea mixture to your bag, jar, bowl, whatever. You drop in your SCOB disc and 1 cup of the pre-made kombucha, and you cover your jar, your bowl, with your cloth or your thin kitchen with a thin kitchen towel, and you try to keep the cloth in place by using a rubber band or some sort of tie around it, and you want the cloth to cover the wide opening of the jar and stay in place, but be thin enough to allow air to pass through. You allow the kombucha to sit for 7 to 10 days, depending on the flavor you're looking for. Less time produces a weaker kombucha, and the longer you leave it, the taste, and also it'll taste less sour if you catch it around the 7-day mark. If you go to the 10-day mark, it's going to be more sour. While a longer sitting time makes the kombucha ferment even longer and develop more taste. Some people have reported fermenting kombucha for up to a month with great results. So taste test the batch every couple of days to see if it's reached the right taste and level of carbonation that you're looking for, and that is how to and information about kombucha mushroom. Did that answer your question about kombucha mushroom?
Okay.
Okay. All right. We've come to the top of the hour here, and I'm willing to take a real quick question. You can press the star key 2 times if you have a question, and it'll unmute your mic. To unmute your mic, press your star key 2 times, and ask a question if you have one, because we are coming to the top of the hour, and I want to make sure and give you a chance to ask your question. No questions. There are no other questions. All right, I want to be sure and give out the information on where to go to get all of the things that I just mentioned and all of the wonderful AGE products that Sister Kashakya mentioned earlier, and that Tahitian noni. Not all nonis are the same. Tahitian noni is the real noni, and you can call 541-791-8500. 8400. 541-791-8400. That's 791-8400. That's the telephone number. And you'll be talking to Kelly there at Better Health Herbs, or Brittany there at Better Health Herbs. And that's betterhealthherbs.com. Betterhealthherbs.com. That is the website to order any of the products that we talked about. All the information that we've been talking about. Oh, that's where you go over to the herbalhealthreview.com. That's a website all about me. I do not own either website. I do not prescribe or diagnose. You know, I'm praying with people, and we're talking about this for educational and religious purposes. That's what we're doing here. And that website is herbalhealthreview.com. When you are over there on herbalhealthreview.com, you will want to check it out. I mean, there's so much stuff over there on Herbal Health Review. Under the About column, you can get the contact information. There are testimonials. And by the way, would you please leave a testimonial there at herbalhealthreview.com? If you've been helped or you've been encouraged, share it with other people so that they will know that we're the real deal and we're here to help people and encourage people. Leave a testimonial over there at herbalhealthreview.com. And it talks about various events. And then there's all those common conditions that, you know, about teeth, about cancer, about diabetes, about kidney disorders, about how to make lifestyle changes. Common conditions over there on herbalhealthreview.com has a ton of information, and it's all linked. When you click on, if you're looking at it, it's giving you some information, it will take you over to betterhealthherbs.com to where you can look at the product, because they're not allowed to tell you anything about it. And when the FDA says, oh, you can't do that, a federal judge told the FDA, oh, yes, they can. And they were floored. That makes us, that means the Lord, the Most High, parted the waters and makes us the only people in America that the FDA can't stop from giving you this information. But they are still sitting across the desk of the folks over there at betterhealthherbs.com in Albany, Oregon, and harassing them on a daily basis, preventing them from doing their work and getting the job done, and trying to drive them out of business. And that's their agenda, and they're doing it, and they've been doing it since January, and they've been there for about over a month at this point, and they are continuing to sporadically come in and out of there and check on them and just harass them. And you got these FDA jackets on, and the customers are looking at them, and the members of the ministry are looking at them and so forth. And they're saying, what is going on? Why are these FDA police coming in here harassing these people continually? The answer is, that's the evil that they do. Now, also there's herbal descriptions, all about herbal tinctures, how to use herbal tinctures, all about single tinctures, all about specialized products and oils and essential oils. It's all about them. And that is information that it's taking me a long time. It's my book. And it's taken me a long time to load that up here, in the information and so forth. But you will see the complete information about every single herb and product, and information that you can't find anywhere else. You'll find it under herbal descriptions. Oh, and finally, there is the Discoveries in Health. That is where all these videos are that I'm talking to you right now and making a video, and it's right here, and all the information about our Thursday conferences. And here's all the videos, and you'd click right there, and it will give you a playlist of all the recent videos that we've made in these conferences, with a wealth of information, with all these screen capture information. It's all there at herbalhealthreview.com. And finally, there's Dr. Burst's Live Consult. That's over 100 videos. over 100 videos of me helping other people, and you're right there looking at the video. So there it is, Discoveries in Health, and all this information. That's all on that free website, herbalhealthreview.com. We have come to the top of the hour, and this is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst inviting you to come back and visit us again every Thursday from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Be sure and join us here on Discoveries in Health. And thank you for joining us here today and asking your questions and encouraging other people to be healthier, to praise the Most High, and be blessed and encouraged to have no health disorders. Thanks for joining us here every Thursday on Discoveries in Health. So I'm out of here.